Hey, Rick, thanks for taking the time. I know there was a lot of questions about Gronk and his ability to get back to the level he was playing at in the first month of the season. Obviously, he was getting his feet wet again. But can you talk about the job he's been doing and his performance now? And I know he's third in the league or third in the NFC, I should say, in receiving, just a yard back of the number two guy. So things have definitely turned around for him.
That's interesting, Kevin. I don't read any of those stats, but that's good. I think one of the things is getting acclimated to the offense, getting acclimated to where he fits in, his role, and of course being familiar with Tom has helped, and that makes a big difference. But and it's also getting himself back in the game shape and getting those things done for him. And we kind of watch. You don't say he's on a pitch count, but you kind of watch some of the reps he takes and stuff like that, and try to make sure that he's doing, we're getting him in the right position in the right places at the right time. So I think that's helped him over a lot. And I think that's why you've seen the improvement.
What does he do so well as a tight end?
Oh, he does so many things so well. That's why he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But I think the biggest thing is his passion for the game. He loves to play the game. I wish I had the outlook on life that he did, but he loves to play the game. He loves to compete. He loves to win. And I think that's the most important thing. And he does all the things, the different things in the game that a tight end can do. He can block, he can catch, he can create mismatches. All those things you take for granted until you see him do it. And I just appreciate being able to coach him and have him in the room.
Seems like Tom and him have that kind of a kid connection.
They do. It's kind of uncanny at sometimes. They go out there and even in practice. Even in practice, it's almost like he'll throw the ball and Gronk's not looking. All of a sudden, he looks, the ball's there, and they have an uncanny sense about each other. And I think that's playing together over the course of time and getting used to each other, but also the trust that they have in each other in the game.
Thank you.
Yes, Kim. Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Joey Knight.
Coach, obviously, Tanner Hudson's been through a very difficult situation. Just from your observation, how has he been since he's been back? And as a coach, how do you handle that or address that or encourage him?
It's tough. It's tough when he was really close with his dad, and it's a tough situation. I tried to give some thoughts to him about when I lost my dad. It was kind of the same thing. I was very close to my dad, and it's tough on you. Just making sure that he stays close to his family, knowing that's the kind of support he's got to give them right now. He's got to be strong, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with him grieving and going through that right there. And I think he's come back in a pretty good frame of mind. I know there's some things still on his mind, and that's going to carry on for the course, and especially through Christmas. It's a tough time. So I think the biggest thing is to be there if he wants to talk. I got 3 daughters, so I can listen really good. And just make sure that he knows that we're here to help him and that we want him to get through this stuff and try to make him a better man for that.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, we're going to go to Greg Allman.
Hey, Coach, I was going to ask you about Tanner as well, but Joey asked my question for you. I just want to ask you about the position as a whole. We've seen some more downfield passing to Gronk. Obviously, Cam Brate's gotten more involved in the last month of the season. I just want to ask you how pleased you are with the production overall from your tight ends.
I think it's gotten better over the last 4 or 5 games, Greg. I think that's good. I like some of the things they've done in the running game. Importantly, to make sure that we get the ball downfield on the running game. But for us to get the ball, there's got to be somebody. It goes back to all the people we got, all the weapons we got. You got Mike Evans, you got Chris Godwin, you got AB obviously, and Scotty Miller. So somebody's getting. There's only one ball, and somebody's got to get the ball. And we've been very fortunate to be in some of those one-on-one situations, some different situations where Tom recognizes us and get the ball, and we've been fortunate enough to make the plays. And that's the thing that. You create trust with the quarterback when you make those plays, so you get more chances. And as long as you keep getting those opportunities and you make the most of them, you'll keep getting those targets.
Thanks, Rick. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Thanks, Greg.
All right, we're going to go over to Mark Cook.
Hey, Coach. I know it's probably just water under the bridge at this point because it doesn't matter. He's on injured reserve, but I'm just curious, how good of a year do you think O.J. Howard was going to have in 2020. I mean, you've seen the last couple of years. How much growth did you see from him in the off season and or in the shortened training camp and what he was able to do the early part of the year while he was healthy before his injury?
That's a good question. I thought that from last year to this year, he made an amazing jump. And I think the reason was the offense. It just being around the offense, knowing what the offense can give him and utilizing him in the right way. One of the things that people don't know about OJ is very physical run blocker on the line of scrimmage, which helped him going downfield and doing some of the things that he did in the passing game. So I think he became more creative in doing those things, being in the third and fourth year. I think it's his fourth year, right? Fourth or fifth year. I don't know. Anyway, but fourth year. It's being in a league for those 4 years, but being in the offense for 2 years and being familiar with what goes on. And I think Tom helped that a little bit. And also the addition of Gronk, it took some of the pressure of, always thinking he's got to make the play, or Cam's going to have to make the play. Now we got 2 or 3 guys in that room, and that's not even including Tanner or Anthony Auclair, but Tanner, all those guys are able to make plays. And as long as we can keep doing that and making the most of our targets, I think every one of those guys will have a chance to do those sort of things. But I think that with OJ, it was more the familiarity with the offense in the second year.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right, we'll close out with a question from Leo Haggerty.
Coach, when you go 2 or 3 tight ends and the defense stays in base, how much of an advantage is it that you can shift one of those guys out wide, and it's a great advantage for you guys in the passing game?
Leo, it depends on who you're playing, but I think anytime that you can get a mismatch, especially with those guys on a linebacker or something like that, or maybe a safety, it creates a mismatch. And, that's the thing that we kind of look at as we break down film and we go through game plans during the week. We try to see how they're going to play certain personnel in certain formations. And when you can do that and you can create those mismatches on your side of the ball, it surely is helpful.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.